Ugh. Damn, this hurts so bad. I can hardly breathe.
Weird. Are we truly Martha? New chapter, the burial. 4 days after Martha's death. Upside down. Hmm. Just to be sure, I will pick Martha's clothes. Yeah, assuming that my assumption is correct.
The ceremony is today, so I need a suitable dress.
Don't act like nothing happened. Don't act like nothing happened. At the very least, you would be dead and wouldn't be in bed.
I would like to spend a moment with my sister, just me and her alone, before people arrive for the funeral and then take her away.
No,
My bag is not here. My diary. Lapo's letter.
Are we still Giulia?
How is she? How is my daughter? Please, doctor. Please give me good news.
It's a miracle she's alive, Eric. She will be all right.
So I am still Giulia. The Grim Reaper really had me wondering if we switched places.
The bullet passed right by her heart and exited her chest. Unbelievably, it missed her lungs, spine, and heart. She could have been paralyzed or died. But thankfully, she's fine. I examined her thoroughly. She didn't even lose that much blood. She was lucky. And you were lucky, so to speak.
She was lucky that my wife went for a walk in the woods. Otherwise,
she would have bled to death, yes.
I don't know what to say. All of this, it's too much. So much death and suffering. Nothing more.
Don't worry, Eric. She's young, so she'll recover quickly. I'll be here all day anyway.
Thank you, doctor.
What the?
For everything. Do you mind coming with me to pick my wife up from the cemetery? The funeral will start soon in the chapel.
Of course not. Lead the way.
I'm pretty sure that was a raven.
No, with all of these preparations for the funeral, Irina wants everything to be perfect. It's her way of coping, so she doesn't have to think about everything going on. She is a woman who has suffered so much. Maybe too much.
Yeah, maybe it's just the side effects we're seeing from that medicine. I'm pretty sure that bird was a raven, but it made crow sounds, which is a common misconception in games. Of course, it could have been a crow, but it looked like a raven to me at least. And ravens don't make sounds like that. And we're also should be glad that the mother still think that we are Martha, because otherwise she probably wouldn't even have bothered. She didn't like Giulia at all, from the sounds of it.
Violence against citizens continues in La Romola, and once again General K's family has come under fire. Now it is the life of her sister, Martha, that is in danger. The blow from the gunshot in her back could have killed her. It is only by the grace of God that the girl is alive. The anti-fascist political motive appears to be the only reason behind the cowardly act. The New Zealand troops are advancing slowly. After the Battle of Poggibonsi, on the 18th, they are still far from the Tavernelli Val di Pisa. The German resistance on the Tuscan hills has been exhausting for the invaders.
So those foul soldiers got away with it. They are the ones who shot me.
The bag is here somewhere.
The bag. The bag. The bag. Or what if the soldiers took it? bag? Are you here? Ah. Come on, mother. You respect my privacy that much. I am not Giulia. I am Martha. I want my bag. Could it be in the bathroom?
There's my bag. Thank God.
But why here? Is there something else in it?
Let's hope Lapo's letter is in there. Dear Giulia, are you surprised that I've addressed this to you and don't think you're dead? Everyone calls you Martha now, right? I know you too well. I can never understand why no one else can ever tell you apart. Not even your own mother and father. Martha is gone, and I cannot reconcile myself to that fact. I have to stay hidden, and sadly I can't run to you, even if I would love nothing more than to hold you tight and cry together. No words. I just want to be close to you. Can we meet in the barn tonight? I will try my best to be there around midnight. Don't be alarmed, but if things get ugly, please remember this number, 6934. He knew he was in serious danger, but what about the letter? I had it in my hand when the soldiers ran off. Mummy found me, and if she's read it, well, she hates Lapo, and now she must know who I am. No, she probably would have left me there to die. She'd rather have no daughter than the wrong one. Before I passed out, I must have put it back in my bag. There is no other explanation.
There are a few a while in the paranormal territory. Which I shall try to ignore for now. So, Lapo had one of those internal numbers as well. A 4-digit phone code. So... But wait. I'm confused. Didn't I just see Lapo being shot? I will have to... We will find out sooner or later, I guess. Maybe he's the one the Grim Reaper talked about. That he had to make things right. Curious. Now I guess I will be in the newspaper.
Attempted murder in La Romola. After the murder of Giulia K., today her twin sister is the victim of another attempted murder. The condition of the young girl, found by the German troops, is no cause for concern. The political motive behind this is becoming all the more clear. But that's not what happened. It's all wrong. Mummy was the one who found me. The German soldiers shot me. Best to stay quiet. No one ever believes the truth.
Besides, we're supposed to be deaf anyway. Also, I think I mixed deaf with mute. Deaf means I can't hear, but I assumed I couldn't speak. Silly me.
New ordinance ban on the use of bicycles.
What?
Over the last few days, cyclists have once again shot at members of the Italian armed forces and at civilians in the streets. The offenders will be punished in accordance with German martial law.
I fail to see where that's my problem. Ban all bicycles.
Even in Florence, the war is beginning to be felt. Supplies are starting to run out. Bread may only last a few more days. Prices are rising dramatically. Meat can now be found for 100 to 140 lira per kilo. The gas has been cut and there is no coal. Attempted murder in La Romola.
Yeah, that is the one I had.
Battle of Tuscany. German operations in the Livorno area. Extremely violent fighting in the streets of the city.
Eventful.
I should pick up the phone but remain silent. If I let the caller speak first, I'll find out who it is.
Oh. Giulia.
Hello? Ma'am? Can you hear me? Is there somebody there? Mr. Eric?
It's the nanny. I can confide in her. Nanny? Hello, it's me.
What if someone else listens?
Hello? Oh my lord. I must be dreaming or something.
No, Nanny, you're not dreaming. It's really me, it's Giulia.
Oh my God. Giulia. My little sparrow. How wonderful. Sorry, but I thought you were dead. I saw you lying there dead. This brings me so much joy that... Actually, you must explain to me, my little sparrow. What is happening?
Explanation in order.
I told Nanny everything that had happened. She was sad for Martha, of course, but very happy at the same time. I was the one she had a special bond with.
Like the father.
I explained to her that I wanted to try and meet the White Lady, even if I knew it was a silly idea. But she didn't think I was a fool. Quite the opposite. She explained to me what I should do in an attempt to meet her. It was complicated. I noted everything down carefully in my diary. Who knows, maybe she did it only to keep me occupied.
Maybe.
While deciding what to do with me and who to warn. I won't ever know, though, because that very same day,
What?
a bomb struck the villa and she died.
Oh,
We all
no.
died. We should have been in that house ourselves, but instead, poor Nanny.
Poor Nanny. Poor Nanny.
Bye, Nanny. I love you.
Goodbye, my darling. I thought I'd lost you. Be careful, my little sparrow.
At the very least, she got the truth. She got some joy before she had to go. She got some joy. You can now use the telephone to make calls. Can I call her again? Oh, I don't remember. Oh. Let us see. Asylum. Should we call the asylum? I don't know why we should, but why not? Why not?
Why
Let's
would
tell-
I call the asylum? Mummy was there a few years ago now, and I wouldn't know what to ask. To be honest, I don't understand why the number is still here.
Well, let's tell them that we are Giulia. Let's confuse them. Nah, wouldn't want to jeopardize too much. So, Marfa has been sent off. At least this feels like a real room now.
Martha was taken to the chapel for her funeral. I want to say goodbye to her alone before everyone arrives.
Righto. Ah, that was the that was the basement. Chapel. Final farewell. This is the chapel? On the property? Why do we have our own chapel? I mean, I suppose we are rich now, but... Ah, yes, it's you again. My Corvus friend. What I suppose you must feed too. Yeah, you need to ensure that they are dead before you eat them, I know. Oh, okay, you just took off. Why? Oh! Is that supposed to be a sparrow? I thought that was something else. We have a different name for them in my country, but... Is that a reference to me? And the Corvus friend was the Grim Reaper? That is a reference to me,
Poor
probably,
little one.
that
He's
I should
dead.
die.
Poor little guy. His place is by Martha's side.
Yeah, and I feel it's not just a coincidence, that it symbolizes me, and that I should be dead. Hi.
Nanny always calls me Little Sparrow.
Yeah.
This is the part of me that died with Martha. It'll be safe next to her.
Such a tiny little chapel. Hey, Martha. So peaceful and all. Sorry, I feel watched. Okay.
Here,
you go.
Martha. This is my heart. Carry it with you. I'm starting to understand how painful your condition must have been. Not being able to properly communicate with anyone is becoming increasingly difficult. I envied you, but I did not see your suffering. I did not understand your courage. I miss you so much, Martha. I'm not worthy to dress in your clothes.
Well, now I will always be with you. In a way, we are buried together now.
There's only a few signatures from my funeral. If people had known that it was actually Martha, there would have been far more. I'm sorry that I took this from you too.
It's not her fault. I mean, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. What have we here?
Commune of San Casciano, Province of Florence. Death certificate. From the Register of Death Certificates of this commune, number 174, Part 3, Series 12 of the year 1944. It is certified that on the day of the 16th of July of the year 1944, Giulia K. has died, resident of Via Perciabaya, born in La Romola. On the 26th of February 1923, the daughter of General Erich K. and Irene K. Don Attilio D. will give the funeral, and the esteemed Mr. Alberto M., who will look after the burial in the cemetery of La Romola. Telephone number 6537. The official state civil service. General Galeazzo T.
Maybe I could call them. I mean, why not? Some of the chairs here are in really poor shape. I'm sorry, Martha. Let's give this number a call. He's probably very busy at the moment, but let's call him anyway. If he's too busy, then he won't answer. That's the worst that can happen. I still feel like Martha is behind me. Doesn't it say here? Which one was it? Wait, Summit, is this? Is this, wasn't it?
Who is it?
Act as
Hello,
ourselves.
it's Giulia K., Erich K.'s daughter.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah, what do you want from me?
Okay, didn't pick up on that. Of course, why didn't we just introduce ourselves as Martha? Be calm for now.
I'm sorry to disturb you. I just wanted to know if I can come over to see you later today or tomorrow.
Of course not. Do not come looking for me anymore. Stop bothering me, you bitch.
Well, thank you. He sounded very
He must
drunk.
be going crazy. I don't believe for 1 second that Mummy would let him treat her this way.
Well, then we
Sheer
act.
madness.
Then we act as mother. But I hope he doesn't remember that call, because now it's gonna be like, oh yeah, Giulia called me earlier today. Well, he's drunk. Maybe he misheard what I said. That's it. He misheard it. Of course, I said my name was Martha. But Martha couldn't have called anyway.
I've already called this number. What use would there be calling again?
Acting as mother. I thought it was an internal number because of the short amount of digits. But perhaps that was just like that around here at that time. 4 digits.
I have no reason to call Daddy's command.
I don't really have any reason to call any of them, but I'm doing it anyway. 6934.
You've called this number. Damn, Lapo must be dead then. Rest in peace, fair comrade.
Yes, Lapo is dead. I am due.
No, don't talk. We don't need to know who you are. By calling this number, it means Lapo wanted you to complete his work.
What?
A telephone cable near the house of German General Erich K. has to be cut. One goes to the house, but there's another cable we suspect is connected to a secret base. That is the one that has to be cut. If you see any German vehicles around, let us know immediately. Don't use this number anymore. It's dangerous. Use a telegraph. That will be safer. I hope you know how to use them. Otherwise you'll have to come up with something. This is important. Frequency X. Before the message, telegraph town on fire to identify yourself. Long live the homeland. Long live the liberation.
Should I sabotage the cable and become a spy? I don't know. My father is German. It would be like betraying him even though he himself hates this war. But what happened to Lapo and those guys? If I can save someone's life, maybe I should try. Or maybe I can talk to Daddy about it. He may be able to advise me on what to do. Don't you know the first thing about all this? What were you thinking, Lapo?
Thinking to do the right thing, but this is a very tricky situation for me. Oh. This is very bad. Both situations are very bad, but I really hope to see my father understanding this. I want to be more open with my father, and I suppose as a side effect this includes this little scheme here.
I decided to tell my father everything. I loved him very much, so I couldn't do such a thing in secret. I didn't understand anything about these things. I would have acted without knowing what I was doing. Daddy told me to agree to their requests and report everything back to him. He implored me not to get myself into any trouble, like all fathers do. To cut the cable, I will need sharp scissors. Tailor scissors should be fine.
Also, how did we communicate? If I was deaf, how do we communicate with my father? Find scissors. I guess there's scissors in the basement, with a sewing machine and all. I saw shears somewhere. I picked them up, actually. I picked them up, didn't I? I have them. Oh, okay, this is the only thing that is... I read the opposite, that I thought I had to only find scissors and nothing else, because this is in red. Okay, well, I guess we are good to go then. So this pole over here. It's a little bit funny that they wanted to sabotage where I live, basically. I cannot call after this, can I? Do I have to climb up? Okay, here we go, here we go. Okay, like this. One hand at a time. This feels dangerous.
A German tank! I have to report its location via the telegraph hidden near the cowshed. Daddy probably asked for a garrison after all that has happened. I should report its location via telegraph.
That's a tiger tank, even.
This wire heads towards the house and then keeps going, so it must be the right one.
They're gonna think that I'm a real saboteur, even though I'm undercovering the undercover.
Now all that remains is to go to the telegraph near the barns.
Cable vanished. Well, looks less suspicious that way. Up there, okay. Looks to be something around here.
The telegraph must be hidden in one of these feed bins.
Oh
have
my.
to start every message with the code word. I saw the tank on the road, and the road is near the house. I guess I have to communicate something like that.
Select the words you need to create the message. So is this like a Morse thing? A Morse code thing? Looks like a complicated Morse. Follow the dots or dashes to get the correct letter. What did I have to say? I had to say fire something first. Fire. Well, house on fire, I think it was. House on fire.
I have to start every message with the code word.
Was that house on fire?
July 18th. Everything has changed. I feel like a different person. The best part of me left with Martha. My enthusiasm, my desire to live, and the will to joke around. I find myself alone, left to my own devices, confused with no desire or expectations. I was handling the cameras at the lake and there was a floating body on the water. I don't remember what I was doing before. Yet another memory lapse. That lifeless body was Martha's, my sister. Mummy ran up to me and hugged me, thinking I was Martha, and that I, Giulia, was dead. I didn't correct her mistake, and now it's too late. If they find out I have been fooling everyone, I don't even want to think about it. I feel terribly guilty pretending to be Martha, pretending to be deaf. I took the photo for Martha's frame. I know it's too late now, and I felt incredible pain placing the picture. I said goodbye to her forever in that moment. I realized she was gone, and there was no going back. I must do one thing for Martha. I must find out what happened. The partisans couldn't have killed her. That's just ridiculous. Lapo is my friend, and he is one of them. He loved us so much. We know all of them, so it's just impossible.
3 unread pages.
July 19th. I retrieved the cameras at the lake, but I had convinced myself that I was the one who had hurt Martha. So much so that when I had the rolls with me on the way home, I found myself in another horrible dream. I don't even remember going to sleep. As soon as I woke up, I developed the film. The photos confirmed to me that my memory of that night was correct. It was a great relief. I have decided to go back to the lake in an attempt to communicate with the White Lady. I know it's a crazy thought, but I can't get it out of my head. I need to know what happened to Martha, so I must pursue every possible avenue, even the path of insanity. Now I know what must be done to meet the lady. Nanny has explained everything to me. I must try to meet her early in the morning when it is foggy, or all will have been in vain. That's what the legend says. This is what I need to do. 1. I must re-invoke her loss by putting her into contact with her lover. To do this, Nanny said to look for his grave in the woods, but there are so many. Daddy always said that infrared photos can see what the naked eye cannot. Maybe then they also see ghosts. There wouldn't be anything strange about that now, considering I'm trying to contact one after all. How crazy. 2. A part of me needs to enter her world. A lock of hair would work, so I'll need scissors to cut some off. 3. I will need an object that connects her world to mine. I don't know what to do for this yet. Hopefully something will come to mind when I least expect it. 4. To communicate with her, I will need to use my tarot cards. I will meet with the lady on the island where her lover was executed.
Uh-huh. Well, the camera sort of connects your world to mine. I mean, if I can take a picture of ghosts, then doesn't it in a way? Wait, was it town on fire?
I'll add over at the end to make it clear that I have finished.
It was town on fire. For some reason Insisted on house on fire. Over. Over and out. No, that's finishing for good. There.
No, this doesn't seem clear to me. I need to find the right words.
The tank is on the house, near the house. Town on fire. Tank. There's no preposition for on here, I think. Tank. Road. Near. House. Over. Oh no, I have to... Okay, Morris, let's see.
Damn it.
Oh no, no,
I got
no.
the length of the sound wrong.
I got the
Try
last
this
one
again
wrong.
from the beginning.
The last one wrong. I got the over wrong. My grandfather should have seen me now. He was a telegraphist. He did Morse codes on the ship. Planes approaching. Select the words in order to decrypt the message. Oh god. 3, 1 long. Okay, let's see. How do I decrypt this message? Leave, 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 leave. I'm assuming it's red because it's wrong. Maybe I get a green one. Follow the dots or dashes to get the correct letter. Follow the dots. Follow the dots or dashes to get the correct letter. What? It's an equal amount of dots and dashes here. That doesn't make sense. Dot, dash. Okay, so I'm obviously going for these single letters here. 3 dots. Follow the dots to get the correct letter. 1, 2, 3. So S and then 1. Oh, I see. So, okay, of course, the right side is dash and the left side is dots. And it will always go left when there's a dot, regardless where I start on this chart. And always to the right if there's a dash. That took me longer than I like to admit. So, 1, 2, 3, S, and then dash, T, N. So S, N. Is that here? Received, yes. Received. Okay. S and SR SRV. Need. D. God, this is... Oh, I need to write this down somehow. Holy shit. Yes. Need a defensive... L. LOL. L. N. The defensive line. Yes. Defensive line map. This is frying my brain a little bit. My memory portion. Like I have never seen this map before. I know that 3 short dots is an S, and that 3 long ones is an O. That's how we get SOS, for example. But I've never seen this map. It's interesting though. A. R. Over and out.
They
Over
are
and
asking
out.
me to find a map of the defensive line. There is one in my father's study.
Oh, that was that was trading my memory a little bit. Oh, not only deducting what they mean, but then remembering, storing it in my short-term memory. Well, let's see if I could find a map then in my father's study. But I must also go to the lake. It's a little bit foggy still. Was that a British plane? I didn't get a good look at that plane. From the split seconds I looked at it, it looked British, but...
That raven is making a big fuss.
That's a crow, not a raven.
Maybe it's the same raven that killed that poor sparrow.
Where is it?
I hate bullying, yet it seemed as if the raven wanted to bring the little bird back to life.
Well, it didn't want to eat it, at least. There you are. Start making raven noises. You're mimicking a crow. Hi. Hey. No need to be afraid. Did you leave something for me? Wait, did you go inside? Did you bully that little bird? I feel like the raven could be the Grim Reaper. Corvuses often symbolize death. The bird is not there. Where did bird go?